Hey everyone, little change of scenery for today. Um, had some time today. Spent the morning at the dentist for some fillings that need to be redone. So left side of my face, including my nose, actually feels kind of numb. So if I look kind of weird, that's why. And also because I do look weird sometimes. But um, just want to make a quick, uh, probably shorter than normal video. Just been thinking about something lately, and first, before I get into that, since I had some time to myself here, I thought I'd make a bonfire. Since it's been pretty chilly today, it was like 38 degrees here this morning. Um, so my struggle this week, today at least, is as you can see, I'm struggling with the bonfire. It's more of uh, a smoker making me smell like bonfire, but there's no actual flames. So hopefully that changes soon. But um, as far as my thrive, or success, I think it's just the fact that I am trying to take some time for myself here. And even though I don't have the bonfire I'd hoped to have out here in the chilly afternoon, or early afternoon, sorry. Um, it is still some time out here in the backyard. Uh, Aside from being a little chilly, the weather's nice. You might hear some water in the background, so sorry about that. But hopefully you can still hear me okay. But what I really wanted to talk a bit about is, where are all the dads? Um, I've been in a number of Facebook groups um, for parents or families or kids with special needs or rare diseases, or in our case, ultra rare diseases. Um, and follow a number of folks on Instagram, um, in the same category, um, or categories. And, there's certainly a number of dads that post in those areas, or have pages, or groups. Um, and we know a number of special needs kiddos and their families, because our five kids are, as you know by now, probably all have special needs and a rare disease. Um, and because we have kids spread across elementary school, middle school, and high school, as a result, we know a lot of kids and families. Um, and I think the again, I'm not to discount the moms, but I'm trying to focus on the dads for today. Um, there's like anything, there's a range of dads, for what I've seen at least. There's those that are actively engaged in their kids' lives. There's um, those that are maybe not as actively engaged, but they're involved. Um, there's some that are just, I don't want to say just there, but they're there, which is still a win. Um, and then there's some that aren't there. Um, and there's some that are even worse. There's some that are there, but um, do things that are frankly to the detriment of their child. Um, and of course, in all these Facebook groups, and in real life, in person across the three schools, as mentioned earlier, there's also a number of single moms, and I'll come back to that in a little while. But um, I I I feel like there has to be more dads out there. Um, but I mean, where are they? Why are they not visible? Not that they need to be visible, but um, just is so much. So often it seems like things fall on moms, right? And as dads, we play a critical role, as well in supporting our family, and our our wives or significant others, and kids, obviously. Um, so I don't know if it's just that they're busy. Um, maybe the demands of work or a job are too much, that they just aren't seen. They're there, but they just aren't seen. Um, maybe they're maybe there's a shyness aspect of it. Um, or maybe like I had said in an earlier video, there's also a sense of embarrassment, having a child or children with so many needs. And, it's a lot, especially in terms of what society today, seems to expect from all of us, and certainly what um, is emphasized on social media. Um, and I think there's probably another component, that maybe some of these dads are grieving, grieving um, uh, a typical child with a typical childhood and all the things that come along with that, and then in a lot of cases that um, the future may not be what you had anticipated, um, or it could be entirely unknown as well, um, which can be stressful and concerning. Um, but these are all these feelings, or emotions. These are all normal. Um, and so there's an airplane going overhead here. Um, just give it a minute to pass. So as I was saying, it's normal to feel all these things and more. Um, and everyone's different in how they work through, the grieving process and processing, uh, the unknown, and how they handle stress, and all those sorts of things. Um, but you just gotta take it in pieces, and work through it. Um, and it's okay to slow down, and um, admit to yourself at least that there's things you don't know, or things that you need help with, or things you need advice on, um, or even just someone to talk to that's walking in the same or similar shoes that you are. Um, that's huge also, right? Knowing that you're not the only one, facing all these things, by yourself. Um, because as we all know, parenting is hard. Um, and special needs parenting is even more so. Um, there's so many unknowns. Um, there's so many behaviors. There's so many, medical things. Um, it's just really hard. I get it. Um, but I do hope to see, more dads, out there, in real life, hopefully someday, and absolutely, um, in social media, on these special needs support groups, and other groups that aren't necessarily dedicated, or specific to special needs, but active in those areas or those forums as well. Um, talking about the the strides and successes that your special needs child has. You don't have to limit your successes to just special needs groups or forums as well, right? Because success is a success. Doesn't matter if you have special needs or not. Um, so that those deserve to be shared, regardless of the forum. Um, so I mean, if you're a dad and you're out there and um, haven't quite been comfortable, stepping out into the light and the forefront, and engaging, in public spaces, um, or even if you're a mom in the same boat, if you have uh, questions, or need advice, or have advice that you think would be beneficial to others that might be in the going through similar struggles as you or your family. Comment, share in the comments below, and um, if you prefer to not post publicly, that's okay too. You can you can share there's an email address in the description for the video, and by all means, send an email there, and um, share your questions, share your advice, and um, we'd love to hear from you. Um, we work through a lot of struggles and don't have a lot of answers, but um, welcome any and all support and advice we can get, and likewise, um, you know, try and return the favor to the special needs family and communities as much as we can. So with that, hope everyone has a good day, good evening, and see y'all next time.